Hey, my name's John Smith. I am an integration solutions architect here at CrowdStrike. And today I want to walk through kind of something I was talking with another SOC team about, which is they wanted to do some fuzzing of the command line key that we capture with our Falcon data repository. If you're using the log scale with Falcon FDR, we actually log a number of things that would actually rival, the highest sysmon settings, but we would do it without impacting the machine. But being in, we are capturing things like the command line. And so what a particular SOC analyst wanted to do, I should say a threat hunter, was they wanted to be able to search particular strings and do some fuzzy matching on them, right? So people can alter the way they do their commands. So if there's certain set of commands that could indicate insider behavior, things like that. So I watched a really great YouTube video on fuzzing and I wanted to try it out. So if you look here, I've got a notebook real quick. So I'm not using pandas right now, but I'm basically using requests JSON. There are a number of fuzzing libraries. For this, I'm using the fuzz. And so if you look here, S1, this is my string that I want to match for. That's a pretty benign string, but I'm working with a CTF data set, and I know that that string exists, so I'm sort of rigging the results there. But you look for things like WMIC, OS get, there are a number of commands that you can troll or you can actually check for. So here I instantiate my query, create my payload, and here is where I'm going to start interrogating the command line, right? Now, this stuff is not super important. You've probably seen this on other videos I've done, but the big thing is there are a couple of different ratios you can use for fuzz matching. There is a partial ratio here, not very high fidelity in my opinion, but could be useful in some scenarios. And then the one that I ended up preferring was the token set ratio, which I thought had the best fidelity. So within that too, I'm going to create two things. I'm going to create two keys and I'm going to add them to my JSON payload. One is fuzz match, and that is the degree to which the fuzzy match, from here, if you look, I'm looking for a match of higher than 70. So I'm going to then also log that fuzz match key as part of the JSON array. Same with string check, and just string check, you might check multiple strings. So again, I want to make sure I have a match. Okay, I've got a match, but what am I looking for? I want to provide that in my payload as well. So with that, let's go ahead and let's start checking our command line. All right, so we're getting some. So if I come over here, you see I'm getting all of my fuzzy matches are coming in. And if you notice what I've done here, if we go back to this, well, let's walk through this real quick. First, you see the asset ID or the sensor ID of the offending sensor. Here we see the commands. Here we see what we're looking for. Here we see the actual command. And then we see the fuzz match value, right? How close does it match this using that ratio setting that we're using? So just a quick walkthrough. Here on the first endpoint, we're interrogating the FDR data for the command line. We're going to then fuzz match that to see which command lines match our string and what ratio score that is. We're going to add the two new strings, and then I've got a second high fidelity endpoint here where I'm sending a second set of data, sort of separating the wheat from the chaff, and that becomes an area where we can focus our first responders and our SOC analysts to be working with the highest fidelity data first as they perform their investigations. And again, here you see the matches that are coming in, and a lot of them are pretty uniform because I'm working with a specific capture the flag data set. But again, this is a great way to leverage the search API to be able to use any number of the Falcon libraries and modules out there to increase the fidelity of the investigative records that you're supplying to your first responders. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Again, this is John Smith with CrowdStrike. Have a great day.